Good morning and welcome to another short devotional for Morristown Baptist Church and also Black Rock Baptist Church. We're focusing on Ephesians chapter 6 verses 7 and 8 this morning, and I want to talk to you about a better approach. Have you ever been forced to take a job that you really didn't want? Maybe you couldn't find that dream job, or maybe financial needs made you take that job that was available, but it really wasn't the job you wanted. You had to settle for what you thought was best at the time. Well, this is one of the many setbacks that Joseph experienced in the Bible. To a much greater degree than we will ever experience in Genesis chapter 37. It says, "Meanwhile in Egypt, the traders sold Joseph to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt." In a matter of days, Joseph has gone from being a pampered son in his father's home to being a slave in someone else's home in a foreign country. He was doing work he never expected to be doing, without having any say in the matter. You may be in a job right now that you really don't like and you don't want to do, and you wish you didn't have to do it. You wish you were doing something else, somewhere else. Maybe on your worst day, it even feels like forced labor. It seems like a setback, and you don't see any end in sight. If that's you, then you can probably identify with Joseph and how Joseph felt. But Joseph made a pretty remarkable decision. Wherever Joseph went and whatever he did, he chose to do the best that he could with what he had for God. Even as a slave away from his home, he served with his whole heart and tried to honor God with good work and good character. Joseph took the work of a slave and gave it meaning. He did this by working for God, not his human master. He saw God as his boss, and so he gave God his best in his work. And it didn't go unnoticed. Joseph's excellent work standard stood out and led to promotions by his master that eventually landed him in the service of the king. Ephesians chapter 6 verses 7 and 8 says, "Work with enthusiasm as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will reward each one of us for the good we will do." No one else might notice your efforts, and you may not see your reward until you get to heaven. But your diligent, faithful work in your job will never go unnoticed by the one whose opinion matters the most, Jesus Christ our Lord. God bless. Have a wonderful day, and until we meet again, let's continue to exchange prayers daily.